On our Wavesplus segment this week, we will be talking about no other than Adironke Omolayo Akinola, but she's popularly known and addressed as Ayaaba, meaning the wife of a king. Although her husband is a king, but it's appellation that is often given to a few women as a sign of respect and honor. Adironke is the CEO, Ayaaba Apparels and Shoe Factory, where she deals in all forms of t-shirt production, garments, uniform, and new shoes and repairs. She holds a bachelor's degree in linguistics and her postgraduate degree in hospital and public administration. She loves to read, which led her to start a book club before she delved into entrepreneurship fully. While growing up, Ayaba's childhood dream was to make the best of whatever career she chooses, which explains why she is a shining example of a successful entrepreneur in her chosen field of endeavor. Ayaaba is well-traveled and she told us her best travel location is Dubai.
My name is Ayaaba Adironke Omolayo Akinola. I'm married with 4 children. I'm actually called Ayaaba because of my brand name. Ayaaba is actually my brand. I'm into production of leatherwares, shoes, clothing, and t-shirt bulk production. We also do shoe repairs. So basically, we've been into this for the past 10 to 12 years, and we are already a household name. At least before you mention Ayaaba to 1 or 2 people, they know who you're talking about and they know where to reach us. That's what we do basically. I've always believed in handwork. Despite the fact that I have 2 degrees, handwork has always been my passion. Even right now, my kids, they all learn 1 or 2 things, apart from what the school thing. So it's something I've always loved. Despite, even though I have a PhD, I still believe handwork is still the thing. So that's why it's a passion. It's actually interesting because doing different things doesn't make what you're doing boring. You can decide today that you want to produce shoes, you want to do hats, you want to do different things. Just recently we added shoe repairs to our line of business and it's been very commendable. Even the acceptance is wow. To the extent that we even have people beginning to copy, they want to start because we are the first shoe repair, the modern shoe repairs in the Ikorodu. Right now we see other people trying to, but it can't be like what we are doing. It's something interesting. The fact that you're into different parts of different things, it makes everything more interesting. It's not boring anymore. So that's the beauty of it. It doesn't. To me, I'm a master of all. Because I'm actually a master of all. I say because everywhere that I do, every part of it that I do, it's always a success. I know people call me in all those areas. It is when you're not called in a certain area, they'll say, okay, probably you're a failure in it. But people call me for their shoe repairs. They call me for their t-shirt bulk production. They call me for ready to wear. They call me for the school shoes. Some schools come and they book their shoes. So that means that we are master in everything because we are called in every part of what we are doing. So we are masters in all, so it doesn't apply to us. It depends on how you go about your thing. Basically will I say I'm being motivated? Me, it's something I love. I'm doing what I love. Even my husband, I'm doing what I love. I'm not even doing it for the money. I'm doing it because I love it. So that's how when you're doing something that you love, you don't get tired of it. I might be here till about sometimes it's almost 19. I remember, just because I love what I'm doing. So it's not as I'm being motivated by anything. And I know that somehow things I want to be able to produce what is needed around me. So I know that a lot of schools need people to do uniforms for them. A lot of people need, at least everybody in the house have one bad shoe or the other to fix. So those are the things. So I'm happy that I'm doing service to people. On the side I go to pick things for myself. I dress up for my friends. I help them pick colors. I could know what and what. You actually say I don't have anything to wear in your wardrobe. I can actually go into your wardrobe and pick something that you wear to an A-class party. So that's just it. So it's actually something that I have in me. So that makes it easier. Even my shoes, I draw all my designs myself. Clothing, I do. Even the school uniforms I pick for schools, I do all my designs myself. So it's something that is actually in me. You don't have to study it to know it. Yes, actually, I would say I'm from a modern type of background. My father is the type that would give you can, freedom of speech, you can talk to him. He's not the harsh type of person. So we're actually open. So where things like like I'm trying to explain that they're archaic type of parents that, so we're free to express ourselves from when we're young. So when you're free to, there's so many things you would learn. We'll sit down and learn from him. I think the modest and modern background is actually did a lot. So the exposure, we go out to places, so many things. So we learn a lot, traveling and all that. So it actually impacted from what exposure generally. It actually does a lot on people. I'm a trainer. I train, so I do empowerment programs. I train. We talk, we coach, we do so most times where I have opportunities to we talk, advise them on what to do. So that they come to me for ideas, they come to me for especially startups, and I give them what I can do on one-on-one mentoring. The problem is that most women that do nothing or probably are very dependent on the men and all that are the issues. But the fact that a woman is an executive, it doesn't mean that she doesn't mean that she's overriding the man. It's only normal, or it only makes sense for a woman to try and be her own, to try and hold her own in the society. So I don't see it has anything to do with gender inequality or equality. I think it's a misconstrued statement. People get it wrong. That's just it. Be your own boss. But it doesn't mean that you'll be the boss of your husband or anything. But just be your own boss, where you should be, hold your own where you should be. Maybe hold high positions in the society, high political posts and all that. But it's different from being at home. There are two different things which a woman must know. That your husband is the head of the house, fine, but you can give ideas. But some men don't even let the wife give ideas at home. They don't want to listen to the woman, which is wrong. She has a right to her voice. Even her own voice is even God supports that, even more than any other person. So that's it. So a woman should still be the support system at home, but she still hold her own in the society. We're not second fiddle. We are all, that's trying to say that we are equal, but at the same time, a man is still the head of the house. That's just it. Yes, actually, it's at a standstill now because even we have customers with orders now. We can't get orders because even we place orders, we can't get goods right now. So I'm sure everybody understands. So business is a bit dull, but because we do mostly made in Nigeria things, so it's not affecting us much. What we need from them is just listen. Most times we get substitute from here, so it's not really affecting us that are doing made in Nigerian goods. And for precautions, we have sanitizers, we have face masks that we use there. That most of my staff, they all have the face masks. I have on my table, they have at the entrance, and any customer that comes in, use the sanitizer before touching anything here. So that's so far so good. God has been taking control. I suggest and I appeal that every person must let their child, whether female or male, have a handwork. Because the rate of unemployment, that's what people fall back on. The fact is that because I have 2 degrees, every day I want to learn something. I want to do something more on the handwork. It assures, it gives me my daily bread. When I come up with new ideas, And when I found out that, okay, the new shoemaking system, the mass production, okay, sometimes they have the ups and downs of the business. I decided to go into shoe repairs. It's still a handwork, and it's still doing us fine, and it's still running the company. So I think that the best is that most parents make sure that your child gets the handwork to do.